What's going down, everybody? It's that Fly Muchacho accomplice, and being in the radio biz, I meet a lot of very interesting and impactful people in the culture, and I get to have great conversations with them, and these are artists who you should even add to your playlist. This is Must See TV. I want to welcome y'all to Fly Muchacho Radio.
And if I lose my life for this message, I hope that I get to see breakfast. I like pancakes, French toast, and waffles, and I like soft drinks with tops on bottles. The revolution won't be televised. The revolution won't be televised. The revolution won't be televised. How you claiming you a street nigga? It's never supposed to be publicized. That's why you ended up in prison. The streets are the revolution. The phones are the television. They infiltrate all our people and sell us out for the lesser. Y'all can't keep secrets. You want validation from your oppressor. That's why snitching is frowned upon, cause you sold us out to the cracker like Uncle Tom and the slavers and house niggas for massa. Feels like the same book, we just reading a different chapter. We mask it with attitude or some inappropriate laughter. 35 years for the same crime, they'll do a nickel for. Amber Geiger second parole hearing within a year or so. Who blaming rappers? Uncle Tom's. We ain't hearing those. Check his record, he been snitching since they opened prison doors. Yeah, we gotta fight them folks, we also gotta fight ourselves. Kick them out the rap culture, he runs the country for some help. Play by they rules, social media ain't a safe space. It's a reason why they use them drapes to cover they face. The revolution won't be televised. The revolution won't be televised. I love all my street niggas. I even tell them when they're wrong. Now I'm finna poison y'all with Jill Scott heroin. So I wrote that on a plane. When I was coming back from LA, I was dealing with like Nico, and they had me like in a desert and everything. And then we got the news about Carmelo Anthony and the trial and everything. And you know, it's a very unfortunate situation. I do feel like the sentencing was a little bit rough on him, but at the same time, I'm like, why, when we're dealing with this Carmelo Anthony situation, and we got this divisive ass nigga, like running through the internet trying to blame it on rappers, trying to make it about rappers when it's about two young boys who had an unfortunate incident. You trying to make it about rappers. You trying to tell rappers to do something you wouldn't even do, nigga. Like, you do this divisive thing like he tried to do the divisive thing between black and brown. Like, you tried to do this divisive thing between black and Mexicans, like, oh, Smooth Vega accomplice doing all this. This is what you do, bro. This is your playbook. This your playbook. Now, what happens if I go to a show with Smooth Vega and it's nothing but the Latino community in there and your words done traveled there and they think it's a problem with me? They think it's a problem with some black people. Like we just didn't have the unfortunate incident during what was that in Deep Ellum? Like, come on, bro. This is what you do. You're divisive. But we're not gonna let you do that. That's why I'm here to see Accomplice today. Cause I rock with Accomplice. I rock with Smooth Vega and they rock with me, and it's nothing but respect.
I appreciate that, man. It's a hell of an intro. But, you know, actions speak louder than words.
For sure.
I heard about what was said. I didn't highlight it.
For sure.
I'm a firm believer. I can only speak for myself. I was raised that silence is golden.
Nah, for real.
In a lot of my big pressure moments, I've kept my mouth shut. It was one of the best things I ever did.
Exactly.
And not to say people who choose to speak on situations is wrong. I just tell what I choose to do.
Yeah.
And I know that's ironic working on the radio, but I'm here to let people tell their story and highlight what they got going on.
For sure.
And if people have a problem with that, they're gonna continue having a problem with it.
And that's what I like about you, Accomplice, because you have a powerful voice. And we all have powerful voices. Like, I have a powerful voice. Smooth Vega is one of the reasons why I now know that I have a voice and I'm not just an artist, because of the interview we did, and it shook up a lot of spaces. And so now I'm learning this thing about how powerful my voice can be, how powerful your voice is, and powerful voices do not need to be carried with such irresponsibility. We have a responsibility with our voice to know when to use it and to know when to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, facts.
Like, and even with this Carmelo Anthony situation and everybody, especially my community, we like to talk. We like to, what we gonna do? Well, we telling our oppressor our game plan. We giving the oppressor our playbook. So you on the internet, you need to crash out. You're gonna be the first one to snitch. You're gonna be the first one to tell on us. So no, we need to learn when to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and plus,
Excuse me for all the cussing. I know I'm here on K104.
nah, you good, you good. You know that sometimes we need to emphasize the passion, but you know, I just noticed the power of words.
Yeah.
You know, and I also realized like if they knew how hard it was to get in this position, ain't nobody tricking me out of this spot.
Yeah.
I worked too hard to get here.
For sure.
I'm not a crash out.
Not at all.
And I'm not gonna let my people be crash outs. And if they knew how many people are dependent on me to win, they'd understand why I ain't gonna quit and why I choose to.
Yeah.
I got leadership traits, and I know you do too.
1,000%.
And as a leader, we know the capability of the soldiers behind us.
Yeah.
So
Come on,
why am I
man.
gonna lead them to war?
Come on,
I don't
man.
even want that.
Come on,
I
dog.
believe in strength and unity. I believe in power and being a boss. I also understand, and the right signal, these dudes gonna.
You know, and
Don't go
that
crazy.
bro, I'm telling you, I'm from Oak Cliff. Like I always tell you, like, so I grew up with these guys. I grew up with the same guys that you see on First 48. I grew up with the same guys you see sometimes on the news for doing the dumbest things they could do. And I was raised by some of those guys too. And it's like when they see me in trouble or they see me in some nonsense, they be like, I raised you. I know what you did. I grew up with you. I know this is not the type of person you are. So what did they do? And do I gotta handle it? Nah, bro. I never want to put nobody that love me like that in them type of situations to have to, you know what I mean? Either put their life in jeopardy or their family's lives in jeopardy. Like, I'm good, bro. I'm good. But no, but if you need me, but it's my responsibility. Like, it's your responsibility. Anybody else with a powerful voice, it's our responsibility to tell our guys, like, hey, chill.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why when people will be like, I got a youngin' that'll handle it. I got a youngin'.
Like, no, because
I got a youngin' that I plan to carry this torch.
you know what I mean?
When I'm
Like,
done.
come on, man. And if you got somebody in your ear that's divisive and telling you, no, you need to get somebody to, nah, he gonna lead you to the wrong place, either to the grave or to TDC. So, nah, you know, I rebuke that. I rebuke that type of energy, and I hate that that's on it.
Coming from the area that I came from, you know, we never really backed down from people that were loud and never intimidated.
No.
Like the loudest one in the room.
Is
I was
the
never
weakest.
worried about him.
Never.
I was worried about the one in the corner with his back against the wall, scoping everything out.
Exactly.
I wasn't really worried about. So when you come from that, man, you just let them talk. That's kind of like when people be like, how come you didn't go back and forth? It's like, man, am I going to argue? That's like a homeless dude on the corner just yelling out nonsense. What am I going to argue with him for?
You know,
what do I get for winning?
You're right. You're right.
If I don't get no points off of it, not that I'm doing it for points, but, you know, the way this conversation is going, I just do need to say that, you know, not everything needs a response.
Yeah, not
if
every
I
action
choose
needs
to
an action. You're
respond to something, just know it was strategical.
Right.
But those who do choose to respond, you know, to each his own, I salute it. And there's a lot of people that I respect no matter what move they make. And that's the people I rock with.
For sure.
And you've name dropped a few. I rock with you. I rock with everybody you said their names.
Right on.
And, you know, the ones you haven't said their names, you know, I think people just going to do what they do. I can't control it. I don't really control about how people think of me. I just control my character.
That's all we can
how I
do.
am.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But speaking of character, man, I want to say congratulations. You've got some things going on, bro.
My dog.
You got some things. I was at the DeRoe and Friends, man.
Yeah.
You did your thing.
Yeah, I saw you.
Hashi.
Yeah.
Man, that's like a dude. Have y'all thought about doing a collab tape?
You see, you do that. You know what you're doing. Yeah, man, we doing one. The cat's out the bag here on Accomplice. 6735, the tape. You know, we definitely going through it. I've been kind of spearheading the production of it all. I've been using like a Godfather theme, like all the songs that I've done that I produced on it. There's like Godfather samples, like either 6735, the Michael Corleone, like, you know. So we keeping it there.
And you know, shout out to DeRoe, because that show kind of reminded me of people that like watching that perform, like Twisted Black.
Yeah.
Watching him on that stage, it's like, yo, bro, you would never even know he was sat down all that time.
Yeah.
So shout out my guy. But there's some people, even the females, man, like, bro, really, stage presence,
Man.
wowed me. Some of them I hadn't seen before.
Nah, everybody going crazy. And Dero was, I think, the perfect person to do it, bro. Like, I don't think nobody could have did it the way Dero did it. You know, Dero being the artist that he is, bringing everybody together, always being the true, like, staple as far as rap music is concerned in this city. I think he did an amazing job. He brought out everybody from each generation, each walk of life, whether you was street, whether you was just, you know, a rapper, a square, dancer, man, female, all kind of stuff.
And I know,
great.
you know, you hear, you know, the birdies chirp outside. They were like, well, this should have happened or this should have went down the way. The dope thing about it is, man, everything needs a step one.
Yeah.
That was step one. It could get better.
Yeah.
He talked about making an annual thing. He came up here, he chopped it up with me, and that was whenever I debuted that song. I was wowed by that. But, you know, just salute to him because if everything didn't work out that night the way that people thought it should, hey, man, it's only going to get better.
Yeah, facts.
But if that's where it starts, if you start here, step one, it's like, come on, man.
Yeah, man. The ceiling is
man.
Non-existent for that.
But
that
watching you and Hashi, bro, like, I was like, oh, man, we need that tape. And watching certain artists hit that stage, I was like, man, it kind of makes you proud to be for the DF Dub or just from Texas in general.
Nah, it's definitely coming, man. Me and Hashi, of course, our chemistry is crazy, dog. That's my dog. Like, iron sharpening iron, especially on the rap thing. It's Twisted Black, iron sharpening iron. I'll keep my eyes on him. We got a nice little competitive thing that I wanna nurture there too. I'm gonna get him. You can call Twisty. I'm getting him.
Whenever you sat down with Smooth Acre, right now it kind of feels like you're letting out a lot of stuff. Has it just been held in, and now you find like why now that you're choosing to kind of let it all out?
Well, first and foremost, like I've had issues before, but I've never had somebody publicly try to humiliate me or threaten my life. That's never happened to me in the music. It's happened to me in other walks of life, but in the music, it's never happened to me. So with me, and I'm like, man, I'm not even trying to be on that. I want to use my art and all this, that, and the third. And so I used my art, and then because the song and the YouTube got the traction and it provoked another response. And so I'm like, okay, I'll play this little game.
And kind of started a diss record trend with that.
I mean, you know, whether it was a trend, I don't need no backup. You know, I stand on my own 2 feet. And if that liberated others to share whatever they was dealing with, for sure. You know,
I got to give him props on that, man. He does make me laugh, man. Like, when he started that whole trend.
Yeah, you know.
I can laugh, you know, and I think life is about, you know, just embracing, looking at the best.
But you can't get away from this here whooping. This belt to ass over yonder. You know what I mean? You can cry, you can pout, you can whine, but you can't stop this grind.
Was that just one bullet out of the revolver? Is there more coming?
That was
more disses, more records, more.
Did
you say it all, or there's still more to say?
There's some more to say, but you know, I walked the tightrope on saying things that could, you know, with street stuff like public opinion, and then there's, if I say this, we're gonna get them other folks involved, and I don't want them other folks involved, if you catch my drift. Like, I don't want the police involved. I don't want nobody putting no documentation together for that.
And 12 be,
you know what I mean? Like the hip hop cops, you know, hey guys, I'm a square. I'm just rapping. But in reality, you know what I mean? Like, it could go there, but I gotta watch what I say. Just like we said, if you have a powerful voice, it's your responsibility to know when to shut the fuck up. And, you know.
But I mean, man, your voice right now is putting you in bigger rooms, bigger stages.
1,000%.
But yesterday you just did FIFA Fan Fest.
Yeah, we did FIFA, and before that I was on a flight coming from LA to do.
You a fan of soccer?
Now I am. Shout out Mexico. I ain't gonna lie, cause that performance yesterday, man, it was so live, man, cause Mexico won, of course, yesterday.
BTA.
Yeah, Mexico won
2-0, like in soccer, that's BTA. Right?
Hey, belt to ass, it was, and you know,
USA won today too, man.
For sure. Shout out USA, but Mexico is a different energy. It's a
I see
different
Bun
energy.
B out there. I see the whole
man.
crowd was shouting Canelo Alvarez.
Nah,
Like,
that
it was
green,
crazy,
white,
man.
red, it was like a sea of them. I learned a little bit of Spanish yesterday. I learned a little bit of Spanish yesterday.
But
I forgot it,
fan
though.
base is rocking with you, man.
Yeah, man. I love it. And that's what it's about, though. It's not about being divisive. It's about unity. It's about bringing people together and actually doing it on that type of time because, you know, they like to call us the minority, but when we lock, can't nobody fuck with us.
Yeah.
Can't nobody rock with us, man. So, you know, just like I'm a fan of you. I'm a fan of Smooth Vega. I'm a fan of OC Chris. I'm a fan of, you know, y'all culture in general, XB Valentine. I'm a fan of all that. Like, I know this. I hope this don't seem like corny or nothing, but I went to sleep before I left LA, and I woke up. I had a dream about Suavemente. I literally had a dream about Suavemente. That's my track, man. Like me and my brother, we get to hear that, and it go crazy. But that's my shit. But like even like I'm a fan of you guys, and I told Smooth, I do study y'all, and I do study y'all's culture. I do study y'all's perseverance. I study, man. Me and my manager Vic, we had a long 2-hour conversation. Him just putting me on about ICE and how it affects his family and his life and all that. And I wouldn't have known that had I had my guy. And I told him about this time I got kicked out my mama crib, and the only place I had to go was my dog Sway and Tito's crib. And working 2 jobs and
Mexicans will make room, bro. We'll put 30 in the crib.
You know what I'm saying?
We ain't tripping.
So
we'll put 30 in the car. We ain't tripping.
I was telling Vic though that he reminds me of my dog Sway. And I haven't heard from Sway in a while, but when I look at Vic, I be like, damn, I need to find him. Because
but having a Latino manager, how's that even come about?
Because we was at the Kendrick Lamar show. I was at the Kendrick Lamar show a year ago. He had already been hitting up certain people that I will not name around that time. Was it a year ago or was it 2 years ago? I think it was a year ago. And he had already been trying to reach out to some people I won't name, but he wasn't getting a response, so he was getting a runaround. And so it was just a stroke of fate that I got invited to the Kendrick Lamar show by Top Dog. Great seats. I'm talking about right. We could just see Kendrick. Like, I'm rapping his lyrics. He looking at me. I'm looking at him. We rapping lyrics. And there's a video out there. But right next to me, like literally the seat next to me is Vic. And he's like, bro, Tye. Yeah. I'm like, what's going on? I'm 23 ENT. Huh? I've been hitting your manager. Huh? Just take my number. And he took my number. He wanted to put on a show for me. And I had already been trying to put on these recitals. And everybody kept telling me, who I will not name, but divisive people kept telling me that the recitals and my piano recitals wouldn't work, and doing my own show wouldn't work, and all this, that, and the third.
So he helped bring it to life.
And he helped bring it to life.
And that was Puzzles.
In Deep Ellum in October.
I for not going to that.
It's all good. It's all good. You want to come to Houston?
Yeah, man, I need to be at that. I need to be at everything you got coming up.
I know you're a busy man. We got Houston June 18th next week.
So this is a tour that's going down. Is this kicking off a tour, or is this just a one-off? We're going to see what it do.
Nah, it's becoming I like for it to evolve into a tour. You know what I mean? In the age of information with all this social media stuff, it's kind of like we watching it unravel before our eyes. Y'all planning it with us at this point. It's not like we done sat back and said, okay, we got this. Nah, because I'm independent. All this is, I ain't no investor, ain't no label. It's all coming from my pockets. It's all coming from my pockets, coming from Big Pocket. It's coming from us. So it's like, okay, we got to buy this piano. We got to buy these mics. We got to get the venue. We got to use our relationships. And
so far it's been Dallas, and then it did Atlanta.
Dallas, we did Atlanta, and now we're doing Houston.
Why these cities?
Because these are
of course Dallas, but I mean.
But these are my cities in my top demographics.
Oh,
in my statistics.
Method to the man.
You know what I mean? And we got another one we're getting ready to announce right after Houston. But, it's all independent. It's all independent. So we got to be able to break even and make sure we break even, which we are. And we doing pretty good.
Is that the hardest thing about being independent is investing in the creativeness that you're trying to bring down?
The creativity of it ain't really that bad because this is my creativity. Like, oh, man, Should I share that story about how being independent helped and everybody else was signed to labels and the only person that could release the song was the independent guy? So the freedom of it is the best part. Creativity right there, right under it. But then it'll be dope to have a machine behind you with that budget. But then when you got the budget, you got the chains on you. But if I could get in a situation where we got the budget and I get to keep my freedom and I get to keep my creative and keep doing what we doing, because a lot of times these guys, and no lip to any label or whatever, but, you know, to each his own, but a lot of times people get into those label situations and boom, they lose all their motion because they can't do it the way they was doing it to get that label situation. So I'm very blessed to be in a situation where I could do it myself however I want to. You know?
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm
Just
saying?
the freedom to drop and the freedom to move the way you want to do it, man.
Yeah.
That's cool. K-Pack, I'm going to take a short pause. So was that the goal, is to stay independent and just keep winning that way? Or are you like, nah, man, I'm doing this so that I have leverage for when the number comes with a major?
I don't really even, because if the right situation presents itself, I'm dope. I'm good with it. But like I said, I'm very, very happy being independent. If I can make $1 million being independent, I will.
I mean,
you know what I mean? If I can make $1 million and keep on doing my purpose, but I've had those Grammy dreams, and I feel, you know, I would love to be in those spaces. With,
yeah, they ain't gonna invite you to them parties.
You know what I mean?
That's why I think sometimes with staying independent or going to a major, that's kind of being like, you know, the people that are just in it for the bread and feeding the family, independence the way to go. But sometimes when you want them certain accolades, it's like, yo, man.
Yeah, I've had those dreams and I've been around it before. So, but at the same time, man, with this independence, like no lip to the label, whatever they want to do and how they do that stuff, man, I was a fan of it when I was younger and when I was a true fan and not actually in music. But, you know, being an independent guy now and just seeing on this side of things and doing it myself, man, I'm happy, dog.
But these venues you doing, these are like Live Nation venues.
Yeah, the Atlanta venue.
So you're
was
moving
definitely
like a major.
Yeah, for sure.
How is that? You have to show them that I'm putting bodies in the room?
Yeah, like, so it wasn't per se showing
Where's the
them.
next show at? It's going down.
It's in Houston, Warehouse Live. Warehouse Live. It was
Another
great
venue.
great venue.
Yes.
Shout out Steffi. But you know, it wasn't as far as showing them as it was showing myself at some point, because I was nervous to go to Atlanta. Like, it's another city. I never did a show out, you know, by myself, especially in another city with just my name on a headline, and then they showed up and we sold that out, and I'm like, wow.
But if it didn't sell out, and I have to ask this question, I think, because it helps the viewer.
Yeah.
When something like that don't go the way you wanted it to go, is that the point where, like, man, maybe I need to fall back and regroup? Or you like, no, we're going to run again. I know what I did wrong. Let's run it back. Let's keep going.
Nah, we run it back. We run it back.
Okay.
We run it back. We keep it
nothing.
moving. Nah, it ain't stopping nothing. It ain't stopping a damn thing.
Sometimes people do get discouraged.
Of course, we always get discouraged. I mean, if you take a L, you gonna get discouraged, but we gonna go back to that film room.
And see why we took the L.
Yeah, and see why we took the L and see how we gonna come back, what we got to do to come back. You know, ain't nothing to a nigga.
Just like, and I asked that because the Mr. 67, Mr. 35.
Yeah.
Was that pushed forward because of the fan feedback, or you were gonna do it regardless?
A little bit of both. Because, like we said, me and Hashi been wanting to do 67 35 since I Done Swung remix drop. And you know, I did my verse. My verse was done for a while.
Do you think you got the best verse on the song?
I let the people decide that. I tell you what, I said I conceded to the L of the Michael Corleone verse. I feel like he had the best verse on Michael Corleone. 6735 might be a little different. It might be a little different.
Has there been ever an artist that you were like, they got me?
Hashi. Hashi got me on Michael Corleone. But see, that's the thing. People like for me to go first. I like to go first too, but people be like, okay, I'm finna see.
Have you ever rewrote a verse?
Yes.
Who made you do that?
Mo3. 2012, 2013. I was in high school.
Went that crazy.
I was young, man, and I didn't realize the levels. I still got that song somewhere on CD, DJ D Real, but cause I was like, okay, I'm gonna just do this because I don't know what he can do. Then he did what he did. This is my low key. I was like, oh, he can chop. He can da-da-da-da-da. I said, oh, okay. Hey, Chris, my big brother, he recorded me at the time. Hey, Chris, start that over. So I redid that verse a long time ago, and then I redid one for C Struggs too, because C Struggs, rest in peace, my dog.
He slept on, I think.
Yeah.
K-Pack used to shoot with him a lot, man.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to him, man.
And so after the Mo 3 thing, I said, ain't nobody going, no more. And so I rap. I said, C Struggs, can I get a verse? And he listened to it. He said, Tye, I'm only C Struggs. You doing too much. and so I went back and redid that verse and kind of calmed it down a little bit because then on top of that, I'm never the type of dude now. I used to be the guy that wanted to have the best verse. Now I want to make a good song. Cause you can have the best verse and you can do all the universal surgical Urkels all you want to, but if the song ain't jamming, we ain't gonna make no money. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna pay our bills. We ain't gonna take care of our kids. We ain't gonna be able to do none of that.
Yeah, I've even heard some artists say they have to dumb it down.
You do.
To make it more sing-alongable or just so they understand a little bit more.
Depending on your demographic and depending
bars do
on,
go over people's heads.
They do. But sometimes there's a demographic for people that like bars. Like Twisted Blacks, because I can see him right now. Like his demographic like bars. His demographic like the wordplay and real rap stuff, and real street nigga terminologies and all that. And we love his story. So we have to be able to exploit that in the music so he can express that to the best of his ability.
And I think when you say a name like that, like Twisted Black, or even yourself in that category, y'all are like very good at making a song, no video, just painting a picture with the words.
Yeah.
And I gotta salute y'all to that and applaud because that's rare.
Yeah.
Like somebody spitting something, telling a story, like that's like the Slick Rick effect. Like it's like, yo, you really painted a picture with that. Like,
for sure.
And just hats off to that, man. But, like, what else are we staying tuned for this year? I know you got some big things coming. Is there a Tye Harris tape other than 67? Single on the way?
There is a Tye Harris tape on the horizon. We got the Tye Harris tape. We also got, of course, the Tye Harris recital in Houston and another one coming right after that we're going to announce right after Houston. Then we got my piano platform. Dero came onto the platform the other day, killed it right before his Dero and Friends show. It's going crazy on everywhere and is keeping me up at night because my phone keep buzzing.
Yeah, that's one of his highest viewed reels I see.
Yeah.
Other than my interview, but but yeah, I mean, I do see it doing its thing, and to me, I think you're getting a lot of notoriety from that because it's different.
Yeah, and cool also I want to. Like I said, we talk about unity. We can talk about unity, but let's put it in place. And my olive branch for unity is, if you're an artist, let's make some business happen. It's either by invitation or compensation. I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
It's a bar.
So it's like you could come on to this platform. I can put it on them keys. You can rap over these keys. You got to come to Tye Harris, though, because I've seen other people try to go around Tye Harris, and it don't go the way you want it to go. No lip, but... Hey, I'm
proof is in the pudding.
Hey man, proof is in the pudding. So come over here, come to Thailand, come to my establishment. Let's do it. You stand your ass in front of that camera, stand in front of my piano, and you rap to these keys. Let's give them a different look. Invitation or compensation though, because I still got bills to pay.
Facts.
You know what I mean? This is an independent company.
Nothing personal, just business, man.
Yeah, it's all good. Let's make money together. It's not about me trying to get money from you, because once you do it, your song gonna go up.
But I feel the same way. I'd rather get money with you than off you.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Ooh. Okay, we sharing bars now. We sharing bars now.
If you want to pick up what I'm putting down,
look. I'm gonna tune in to K104 and hear a compensation. Yeah, it's invitation to compensation. He gonna listen to one of my songs.
Then off you.
Yeah, oh God.
But yeah, man, Tye Harris, a lot of big moves on the way. Well, what you gonna call the Tye Harris solo? tape that's on the way. You got a name?
I've been thinking about
Tye
Architect
Harris,
since
the Fly
Atlanta,
Muchacho.
bro. I was like, oh,
Nah.
don't do that. Don't do that. You want it? What you want to track on there? You want to host it?
Man,
You want to get on there and give me like an intro or something?
Man, you
give
on
me
the
an
guitar, I'm
interlude.
gonna get on the drums or something. I may have to get on that thing one time. Man.
My dog, man.
The recital, July 10th.
June 18th. June 18th, the
Everything out,
recital.
didn't I?
No, you ain't fucked nothing up.
I said July. I was saying days.
That's because you got so many dates in your book over there.
And I am. It's funny because I'm going on a cruise. Wifey got me on. She said, you need a vacation where you can't get on your phone. So I'm hitting the ocean.
Oh, you
I'm
can't
scared
wait for
of
that.
I ain't never been on a boat.
You want to be on that boat, though. Just don't wear a pineapple shirt if you're not down with that.
Catch me at the bottom of the sea type vibe.
Say, man.
So, any last minute shout outs before you get out of here, Ty?
Oh, man. Shout out Oak Cliff, 6735, 75232. Everything in it. How you good like Popeye with spinach, Wheeling and Pope, Keyston Pope, Glen Oaks, yeah, Highland Hills, Singing Hills. Shout out my mama.
Talking about.
Shout out a beautiful flight attendant that works for American Airlines. Give me your number.
Fly Muchacho
Give me your
Radio.
number.
Okay.